watching Terry McLaurin. He had a standout game 1 week ago with 3 touchdown catches. It's the Commanders and the Lions, next on Madden Football.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Washington Commanders and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They come in off a loss in the season opener, which doubled as the home opener.
And when you lose that way, at home, season opener, it almost feels like 2 losses. So it's a big fight to get yourselves ready to go to play the next week.
But meanwhile, for the visiting Commanders, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the 7th-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his 2nd season as a Lion.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl, and came really within 1/4 of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Here's Goff. That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he is going to have the Lions first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. The Lions had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. On 2nd down, Swift trying to run inside, but nothing there. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He's airing it out for Williams. They've got his man complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
All you hear from coaches and personnel directors in the NFL, how difficult it is for a rookie receiver to have an impact on the game. So much to learn, so much offense to absorb. Looks like he's picking it up pretty well.
I would say so. And how about that for your first career NFL touchdown?
I don't know that he envisioned it quite that way, but if he was smart, he probably dreamed about it a little bit.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Commanders trot to the field for their first possession, and it's the 7th-year quarterback out of North Dakota State leading the way. His 3rd NFL team, Carson Wentz.
And he said he was feeling good in the lead up to the season, and he proved it in a big way in week 1 with 4 touchdown passes. Had the offense moving at peak efficiency right at the start of the year. Awfully impressive.
Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10 at their own 21. To throw is Wentz. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now a 1,000-yard rusher a season ago. Antonio Gibson with it. Once more the juke. 13 yards there and a Washington first. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Over the middle, open is Thomas. A look at the numbers for Thomas from a week ago. 7 catches, 106 yards.
And in the preseason, I thought he was primed for a big, big year. And week 1 did absolutely nothing to diminish those expectations.
From the 44, Wentz. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. We'll get an injury stoppage, and it appears to be the wideout Jahan Dotson. He's the one shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Straight ahead, Gibson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 44, Wentz. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Wentz now to throw. And Thomas has it. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Wentz going to throw. That's caught by Sims. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one goes for 24 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Wentz to throw again. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. On 2nd and goal, Wentz looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, They just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. From the 39, Goff. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And that will be incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, and a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Wentz and the Commanders staring down a 3rd and long now after that sack. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything to hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now Goff on 1st down. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely, because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, the next-gen stats going to show that sack carried out in just 2.5 seconds from beginning to end. The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
From the gun, here's Swift. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. A first carry now. This is Williams. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground. Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball? Absolutely. You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early. They'll try the air now with Goff. He'll get this off to Swift. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Throwing again on second down. Goff. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 12-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Goff now looking to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. Goff, a handoff here to Swift. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. The offense on third down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third, and he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. DJ Chark, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions have taken the lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in. And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster. Badgley on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's DJ Chark who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Week 2 underway around the NFL, and a reminder that later tonight it'll be Chicago and Green Bay in the Packers home opener, the 101st season of that great rivalry. They had the 100th anniversary last year. And then tomorrow night a treat, Monday night dump. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Levi Onwuzurike charging in and finishing off the sack. And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz got his man complete over the middle. That's Sims. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Wentz on third down. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands. Well, this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Wentz. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sims. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. And that is no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out and try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
Jared Goff and the rest of the Lions offense set to go to work once more. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watch the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7, or even routes versus air. They're accurate, the receivers catch it, the ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, the ball never hits the ground there either.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Loaded with talent. DJ Chark hasn't been able to stay on the field to replicate a Pro Bowl season from 2019. Detroit gave him a big one-year prove-it deal to see if he can recapture that form, and he comes through here with a 1st down catch.
On 1st down, it's Goff. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. It's Williams on the catch. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Goff on 3rd down. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the 1st down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
Here's Swift. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Holding offense.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Now it's Goff. Open man right side is St. Brown. And here he'll get it down to the 7th. Now Goff on 3rd and goal. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Badgley able to punch this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And the Washington offense going back to work.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Washington on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
Only 7 players crossed 1,000 yards rushing last season, and one of them was Gibson, who made a big jump forward in his 2nd season. Entering his 3rd campaign, he cemented himself as one of the building blocks for the Commanders.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Wentz. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Romeo Okwara shooting in there and dropping it for the sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. A give up the middle to Gibson. It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a 3rd and still about 12 to go. Here's Wentz to throw. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. A handoff for Gibson. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 35 on 2nd down, Wentz. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. To throw, it's Wentz. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Romeo Okwara. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. Wentz to the sideline on 4th down. Joey Sly is out there now for the Washington field goal. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Out of the gun, Goff. He's got it to Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To throw is Goff. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. And he comes back with one complete. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Throwing again is Goff. Steps away to his left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Badgley able to knock this one through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So a counter there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in week 2. We start with a couple of franchises looking to make a move here in 2022. Miami heading north to take on Baltimore. And it's the Ravens who have the lead in that one. 2 touchdowns in that game for J.K. Dobbins. From there, we'll stay in the AFC North and head over to Cleveland to check on the Browns. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. Garrett Wilson, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Matt Ryan with 3 touchdown passes there. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Washington. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Round attack either, so certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
After the interception, here's Goff. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upset. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. On second down, a run with Gibson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
On first down, Wentz. Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. To throw again on second down. Wentz over the middle. He gets it to Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Play action. Now Wentz. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Goff now to throw. On the slant, this is Chark. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now Goff on first down. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A handoff, Swift running to the left. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Throwing on third, Goff. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options. And while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taken from just outside the 30. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Thomas has got it. Complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now Wentz on the bootleg. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Wentz. And that's complete. It's Sims. And he's going to have a Commander's first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Wentz to throw again. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Buying time to his left. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Wentz finding McLaurin there for the Commanders' first.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Here's a give to Gibson.
And he'll go down at the 28. The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. On play action, it's Wentz. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
A handoff running left is Gibson.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Wentz.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Wentz to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Wentz to the sideline on 4th down. Joey Sly is out there now for the Washington field goal.
From the left hash, a chip shot here.
Sly able to put this one through.
And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So here are the Lions to take over. They were losers to Philadelphia a week ago. Now they find themselves in the lead as they start this drive.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their own 24. Here's Goff. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Goff.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1.
He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to have a Lions 1st down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Goff throwing again.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Goff. The open man is Shark. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10.
At the 49-yard line. From the gun, here's Goff. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Goff on 3rd down.
Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And I don't think he got there, no. She's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
And yes, everyone, that was the fullback carrying the football. I know it's a dying breed, it's a dying position for a lot of people, but I still think it's valuable and important, especially one who can carry the ball.
And you need short yardage. What makes sense? Go to a big body, let him plow forward just like he did there.
It's still a big man's game.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's got room. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and minicamps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
First down, and they go with Swift again. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Off the draw, here's Williams. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself, and that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did.
They run out of the gun with Swift. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. They'll try the air now with Goff. Forced out to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Now Goff on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Badgley's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Meanwhile, Wentz's throw taken in by Samuel. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Wentz now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
A gain of 7. 1st down, Commanders.
From midfield, here's Wentz. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd down 10.
On 2nd and 10, Wentz. That one is slant to McLaurin. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Wentz looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Again, it's Wentz. Escaping the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Wentz and the Commanders staring down a 3rd and long now after that sack. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Lions will take over. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
It's Swift to start the drive. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Throw left side complete. That's Thomas.
Wentz's pass complete to Logan Thomas. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Levi Onwuzurike getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Wentz and the Commanders staring down a 3rd and long now after that sack. Looking to throw. Being chased out left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Wentz. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So a risky move that does not pay off. And, Charles, you take it from the defensive perspective, they had to be a little offended there that they even tried to go for it back inside their own 20.
Highly offended. And they took the ball away and gave it to their offense in a great situation. But when you look at this thing in total, when you start taking chances like that, you know what that means? You have to take more chances later, right? When you don't convert, that just means you got to double down on it. So we can see this thing pile up as we go on.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Goff now looking to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Washington ready to try again on offense. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And he finds McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On 1st down, Wentz. Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wentz to throw again. That's caught by Sims. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Throwing on 1st is Wentz. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Wentz to throw. This one left side caught by Gibson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Detroit, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia.